So I've heard lots of different versions of this. It's not about the money you make, but it's what you do with it. It's not about the words you say, but it's who hears it. It's not about the choices you make, but how you make them and what contribution that they had to the world. And it's kind of interesting because they're all saying the same thing, but in just using different words. And I find it kind of interesting just because, I don't know, like everybody has choices. Everybody has some other way of expressing that. And I mean, I think one of the main reasons I'm making this video is because I came up with this one. It's not about, or it's actually not even that. It starts more in a different way. It's more like the difference between who makes videos and who watches videos is what people do with their time. And that's what you got to break it down to, is everybody has time, and it's all dependent on how you spend it. Like, time is more valuable than money ever was, because at some point in time, money was created. And eventually money evolved into this crazy thing that we have today, where we have debt all over the world, so much debt that there's not even enough money to pay it back. And eventually money, all it's going to be good for is, I don't know, it's like we're not going to be able to eat money unless we figure that out somehow. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. But I don't know, just wanted to start with the video because kind of like I love watching inspirational videos. They inspire me. I gotta start making my own, because I do say things to people where they're like, whoa, you got a good point. But sometimes I feel like I'm not saying it to the right people. And there's another one for you. It's not about who you say the words to, but which people heard the words and which people it really struck more than others. Because some people aren't going to be willing to listen. Some people are going to hear the words that I say, and it's going to go through their little mind, and they're going to be like, well, yeah, I don't understand what that guy has to say. But then there's going to be other people that are like, damn, I could really relate to that, because I've tried to say so many different things to people, but some people just don't understand. And it's not because they don't really understand what you're saying. It's that they understand it their own way. They understand from what they know. They process everything that you said, but it goes through their brain and through their memory, and relates it back to what they've been through with anything that you've said. So in the end, it just becomes more and more confusing when you're talking to people about an idea that you've had, that you've developed throughout the 20 plus years that you've been alive, and then you take it to somebody else who's lived a life completely different than you. And I don't know, it's like you try and break it down for them, and they just don't understand it the way that you, I guess, would want them to. Which I mean, eventually kind of gets to the point where there really aren't enough words to describe how people feel. Like, you could say something to somebody, and you're like, that wasn't enough. Like, I could tell somebody they're beautiful, and I feel like that's just not enough. I feel like one word to describe somebody that has been 20 years in the making, that have spent countless sentences describing themselves in front of teachers and students and to their parents, and trying to fight for what they believe in, is not enough. Like beauty, or even, I don't know, like they're more complicated and creative and amazing, and there's so many different things that you could say somebody is, but you only have so much time. So words just aren't enough sometimes. And I don't know, maybe one day they will be, but as of now, there aren't enough words for me to describe anything worth describing, because what I'm feeling when I try to describe something isn't at all what I say. Like, I say something and it doesn't mean what I feel. And it's horrible because it's so complicating. Like, even certain words, you can say, like, I don't know, like what's a good example? I'm not sure, because once again, I'm having a tough time coming up with the words to describe exactly what I'm trying to relay. Like, there aren't enough words. And I'm sure in even other languages, that's the thing, is that's why there are other languages, is because in other languages they figured it out, I guess, or they've kind of broken it down to a noise that makes sense for them, but it just makes it all that much more complicated. Like, we have hundreds of languages, maybe thousands, all over the world, and like, some of them kind of mean the same thing, but they don't sound the same. And like, you could say something to someone in another language, and then it takes a whole paragraph to describe it in English, because there really isn't a way to describe it in English, because it wasn't developed through the English language. It was developed through another language. So life is just crazy and complicated and confusing and amazing and crazy and just wonderful. And it's beautiful, and I hope that you guys all think that this is fucking beautiful, because I do, sitting up on a roof. And I mean, that's what it really comes down to, is what you think and what you feel whenever you do think and feel. Like, and you have that choice to think and feel whatever you do when you do. Like, if you are mad for whatever reason, you have that choice to be mad, but you have the choice to be happy. Like whenever I fall down skateboarding, sometimes I get up and I laugh, and I'm like, damn, that hurts so good. I'm so glad that I get to feel that pain, because I don't know, if I was never given life, I would never get to feel pain. There's girls that I used to really like, and I mean, everybody goes through this. Everybody goes through some kind of heartbreak, but they have the choice to learn to be like, damn, and like dwell over that pain, or they have the choice to be like, well, that was a good lesson. Now time for me to move on, and time for me to look for something better. It's time for me to enjoy my life. But even that heartbreak feeling, like that feeling of just that that horrible feeling that you get when you're like, shit, I wish that would have worked out. I wish I would have spent more time. I wish I would have done something more. Like, that feeling is amazing and beautiful in its own way, because you get to feel that. You get to get frustrated. You get to think about things. And that's what's beautiful about life, is that you get to live life. And I don't know. That's why I enjoy life. I enjoy life for the pain that I get to feel. If that makes any sense. I enjoy life for the struggle that I have to go through, because if I wasn't given life, I wouldn't have gotten a chance to struggle. I wouldn't have gotten a chance to feel a heartbreak. I wouldn't have gotten a chance to even feel love in the first place. Feeling love and giving love, and even eventually developing the ability to say love. That is a gift in itself. because I don't know. It is. It's like enjoying the present moment, because the present is a gift. It's like you have to enjoy the present moment, because if you don't enjoy the present moment, you're kind of ruining your future, which I mean is only seconds away. And then you're dwelling upon the past, which has already passed, and there's nothing you can change about it. So I don't know. I hope this video kind of uplifted you guys. I hope it did something, because I keep watching videos and I'm like, damn, I want to make a video. Well, here's number one. Enjoy.